Hi guys, we're looking at Nommi today, now accepting investors through a Series A. It's like an automated restaurant company. Lightning fast, creating meals in 3 minutes, multiple cuisines, potential for thousands of permutations from robotics, customizable, convenient. So we're looking at Nommi today, this robotic restaurant platform. So first we're going to take a look at the video. Make sure to keep watching. I'm going to be adding my insights throughout the video. Quite a cool look at that. Keep watching. Sticks in the video as well.
I have two major dreams.
Top chef in Japan.
One is a professional baseball player.
He had a dream to be a baseball player. Fun fact, baseball is the second most popular, Japan is the second most popular country for baseball in the entire world after America, I believe, Canada, but it's really up there. So it's not surprising this chef is a baseball player.
And then sushi chef.
Right, sushi, top chef. Let's chat.
I want to challenge as much as I can because that's why I'm here.
Nommi's using robotics
allow a single person to be in many places
in restaurants. Look at how advanced
any task that requires precision and attention
these things can be.
Can be enhanced in the values. Robots do not replace humanity. They enhance it.
Maybe, yes, maybe.
In Japan, by the way, maybe means yes. Sometimes you have to kind of read the body language.
Honestly, we're taking one of the most human endeavors in the world, putting them in, and then training a highly sophisticated robot to do it. And if you're going to train a robot to imitate a chef, you want to pick one of the best chefs in the world.
That's Buck Jordan, who's the co-CEO of Miso Robotics, very high up in Wavemaker, which is the VC firm that backs lots of robotic companies. This gives you confidence. This company could be a very good one. It's got Buck Jordan involved.
My name is Masahari Morimoto.
And Masahari Morimoto is a very good chef in Japan.
I'm a chef. I'm in the restaurant.
Owns 10 or 12 restaurants.
In the author, I work with the Iron Chef program.
Iron chefs.
Robot can do this. I don't like this idea.
The Nommi machine is built with precision programmability in mind. We created this little guy. It's like little Nommi. He goes down the line to the different stations with a lot of variation. Dispensed, assembled, and presented.
It's dispensing it in an automated way. You order on an app, it comes through its bowl. Look, there's no one involved.
My name is Martin Buehler, and I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Nommi. I spent my career building robots like the Boston Dynamics dog robots.
Everyone's heard of Boston Dynamics. Involved.
I work on surgical robots.
Surgical robots, which are very important. They've got arms as well. Shout out to Ali Robotics for the future, mate.
Hamburger making robots.
And there's Flippy from Miso Robotics. If you haven't checked out my videos and analyses of Miso Robotics, I am an investor in Miso Robotics. And these arms are being produced by Ally Robotics, their little brother, making videos.
Even Disney Imagineering animatronics.
You might see a trend here. They're all based in California. Disney, Miso Robotics, Nommi, Wavemaker Labs. I think Ally Robotics is the outlier. I think that might be based in Seattle. Anyway, a lot of robotics is coming out of California, and near where I work, it's going to be maximum.
Each one of these places, we set out with a seemingly possible goal of doing something that only living beings could do.
So
And eventually, you see
really cool looking. If you see that, you want to go in that restaurant. You want to order Japanese, whatever.
robots that can replicate just a process.
Robot can do this. It is getting bad. It depends on who is programming. So that's why we have to have a deep conversation with technician.
Think about who's the best people for robotic automation in the restaurant market. Yes, it's Miso Robotics, it's Wavemaker Labs, and Nommi is part of them if you like the same family of brands.
Got a challenge. Yes, I like that.
What we built is a robot that can replicate a Michelin-star chef's cuisine.
That's what you want, isn't it? Michelin star, automated every time.
Without the restaurant, without the staff, anytime of day or night.
The ingredients and recipes all communicated by the chef. Then we program it.
Through our key partnerships with SBE, C3, we have chef partners from across the world who take the Nommi platform, grant their liking, plug in their signature dishes. You'll see Nommi popping up in Vegas, Doha, Tokyo, and so on. And with these strategic partnerships and scale, we believe we can create a new category of on-the-go fine dining.
That's amazing. You get like top chefs in the world, let's say 30 of the top chefs, say this platform, we can program your key dishes into it, and you can make money from this, and we can make money from this. Make sure to keep watching. I'm going to go through their presentation and investor comms just after this video. So continue watching.
Advertising ethos is exactly why we're also going to the crowd to help build Nommi.
There's another reason to go to the crowd. Imagine 10,000 investors giving you $1,000. There you go. There's 10 million right there.
We've got 2 masters in their crowds. This is a huge opportunity. We want you to be part of it.
I'm starting this industry since when I was 18. Now I turn 66, 48 years. But AI is much smaller than my brain. But still needs a lot of work and then some invest money on it.
We built these machines based on what master chefs need. Using computer vision, artificial intelligence, precision sensors, and robotic arms. But at the end of this collaboration, the only thing that will matter is the test.
Nice. All right. And we're into repeat. Let's not watch it again. Let's look at the website first. So just quickly, it's kind of a restaurant in a box, and it beats the labor gap, improving quality, consistency, and convenience. So it's a bowl format. So there's loads of different cuisines that bowls. You've got Japanese, you've got poke Hawaiian, you've got Indian, you've got Chinese. It comes automated. You don't need people to serve. Or I guess you just fill up these boxes maybe once or twice a day or whatever. Maybe more frequently, I don't know. But the head count's really radically reduced. And then everything's automated. There we go. Modernization of gourmet, chef-inspired food in as few as 3 minutes. Designed to serve a large variety of cuisines, thousands of permutations and variations, Asian, Italian, Indian salads, and more. Potential to serve more than one brand in one location. That's interesting, like having a multi-brand restaurant, same footprint, multiple brands. Interesting. In food courts, malls, office buildings, airports, etc. User-centric design that's cool. Supporting a touch screen. Why should you invest? Well, there's a 4x increase in restaurant profitability. It's going to be very, the demand is going to go through the roof for this product. I don't think demand is going to be a problem for them. Think about it. It's incredible. Robot is only as powerful as its inputs. We want the best, and that's from the top chef from Robotic. Works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Obviously, it's a robot. That's his version, Samoto. That must be based on Morimoto's. You can just brand it up. Look at this. 4x profitability. It's C3, big kind of player in this market, has plans to purchase 1,000 Nommi pods. A non-binding letter of interest expressing this interest for 1,000. Incredible. Automation for foodies, partnering with top chefs. And I guess it wouldn't, they start with top chefs, but I'm sure they might even get some other brands that might be interested in just automating their whole restaurant as well. Partner, advisor, and anchor customer, C3, 1,000 restaurants. Incredible. Look at this. For the restaurateur, they might make 10 to 13%. Nommi difference is they make 58%. They reduce on labor costs, on rents, etc. The other costs, the food costs. It says the food costs go up, but might go down. You know, waste, for example, might be saved. I know that's the case with lenders. I've done some reviews of their investment deck. They've got about 10 days left from the time of filming to invest in that. I think Nommi's kind of open. It doesn't set close date anyway. That they've got some of the restaurants, these concepts, Sam's crispy chicken, Nommi burgers, which sounds like that might be Japanese as well. Elamia, which sounds Italian, crispy rice, which is maybe Chinese, plant nation, maybe plant-based. Chichi di carne, which sounds Italian, and Samoto, obviously Japanese. It's Top Chef. About the raise, common shares offers, it's a Series A raise at a price per share of $11.54. Minimum investment of $1,000, and I want to target 20 million. It's in the news. Good team. Buck Jordan, co-CEO and founder of Miso Robotics, Canyon Pre-Capital VC firm, and Wavemaker Labs, the VC firm specialized in robotics in restaurant industry. Former Black Hawk pilot, who's on the board of some of the companies as well. Sam Nazarian, co-founder, founded some of the firms, and he's the CEO of C3. It's in the top, which is that firm that wants to roll this out to 1,000 locations globally. And you've got the CFO, Kevin Morris, the CFO of Wavemaker, as well as Miso Robotics. There's a lot of shared personnel. A lot of these companies can't share data, but they can share. Actually, they might be able to share data. I'm not sure. They certainly share personnel, which I think is great. It's the shared learnings. CPO is Felix Alvarez. Apologies if I'm pronouncing some of these names wrong. He's worked at Amazon, Meta, company I work for, Google, Apple, etc. Good team there. We've got some updates here. I'm going to jump into the pitch deck. I think that is the most interesting thing right now. Give me a moment. Just going to find it. Stick with me. By the way, if you're already investing in this, let me know what you think of it so far. I would love to hear from you. Give me one moment to get the pitch deck. So let me know in the comments, have you invested? If so, how many shares have you bought? I'd love to know. I'm sure the community would love to know as well. What do you think of the future of this company? Okay, let's share the screen again. Moment. Here we go. Nommi. Lightning fast, creating a meal within 3 minutes, start to finish. Potential thousands of permutations. Customizable based on lots of bases and toppings, so really customizable. Convenient. It's a small footprint. Means you can go in lots of different locations, loads of opportunities there. It's always open, 24/7. Incredible. Reimagining the restaurant experience. Now, who would want to try this? Imagine if it was cheaper as well. Instead of, I don't know, $15 or £15, this was £10. You get it in 3 minutes. Brilliant. Talked about the labor shortage. And they need to fill a lot of roles. You see trends. Millennials like convenience. They want something fast. They want something cool. 2.3 billion has gone into venture capital investments in restaurant tech and robots. To take advantage of these trends, restaurants need to lower their operating costs because of the labor costs, etc. Profits getting squeezed. If they use Nommi, restaurant in a box, they can basically 4x their profits. Look, automated taking an order, prepares the meal, assembles, and the meal comes also. I'm trying to find a place for my. Just going to top left there, guys. Sorry. Takes order, everything's automated through and through, which is fantastic. And look at that. If you're a restaurateur, your profit is projected to go from 10 to 13%, up to 58%. Crazy. Everyone's going to be interested. I don't think they're going to have a problem with demand for this company. I think the problem is going to be on execution. How can they roll out thousands of these restaurants? So we've seen lightning fast, cuisines, etc. It's very good. Small footprint. You can have multiple brand configurations in one location. Look at the loads. Look how nice they look as well. Lovely. Make me hungry. So look at this. The commercials around this seafood farm, 1,000 pods, 5,000 a month. Each one that's 60,000 times 1,000, $60 million a year. That's how much revenue they can make from this company. Let's say that it's a mix of software, and it is, and robotics, and there's low staff costs. Maybe there's low operating costs for this company. Let's say conservatively 50% profit margin. That's $30 million they could make. times that by a 20x price to earnings ratio of growth companies, you can get a valuation of 60 million. Sorry, 600 million. If it's valued at 60 million, I don't know what the valuation is now, to say. If it's valued at 60 million, then you're looking at 10x. Can they deploy 1,000 pods in a year? Probably not. Might take 2 or 3 years. But after 3 years, they can if they can put 1,000 pods in place, then guess what? There's going to be other people that are going to want to put pods in. You know, there might be, I imagine there'll be service stations and airports that would love this. There'll be other chefs that would want this. They could easily have 10,000 of these pods in 10 years. Then some of the revenue 600 million, profits 300 million. The valuation might go quite high to 6, maybe 6 billion, maybe 10 billion. So you're talking 100x return here, potential. Not a financial advisor. It's my opinion. I'm only using logical numbers here, guys. By the way, if you're watching this and you haven't missed the Series A, don't worry. Click subscribe and hit the bell notification icon button. You'll be notified about other cool raises from Nommi and other cool companies. So here's the top chef, the Iron Chef Masaharu Morimoto. Top chef, great. Small footprint, good for stadiums, full food courts, university campuses, like Blended. If you haven't seen that video, check out the robotic kiosks in the smoothie space with Blended. And I can't see what these are actually. Residential and office complexes. So you can literally have thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of locations for this. And as I've mentioned, a very big team as well. There you go. This is the Series A. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Why is it good to invest in Series A? You invest early. You know, let's say you pick 1,000 shares now. 11, that would be around $10,000. Even if you pick up 100 shares, that's the minimum investment roughly of around $1,000. In a few years, they may split the stock by 10x. Suddenly you've got thousands of shares. Maybe, you know, if you do bag that 10x investment, $1,000 in 3 years might have gone up to $10,000. If they're able to execute on these 1,000 pods, they are very much likely to be able to execute on 10,000 pods. Then you're looking at 100x return. If they're able to execute on 10,000 pods, I'm sure they can go global on this and start to execute on 100,000. Then you're talking 1,000x. Suddenly $1,000 is turned into $1 million. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone that implements logic, uses numbers. It's asymmetric return here, guys. So I think that, you know, these companies could go bust. So I'm not suggesting we remortgage the house and put everything into this. My approach, I might do a video on this, and I do talk about other robotic investments. So check out to the end of the video. There'll be some shit hot recommendations for other robotic companies to invest in. But guys, if you've missed out on this, don't worry. I'm sure some of these companies, they go with Series B, C, D, E, and often they can reach out to the crowd. So if you've missed out, don't worry. Hit subscribe, bell notification icon. Check out the other links in the description for the other communities you can join. Comment if you've already invested. Comment if you haven't. Comment with any questions or queries, and we'll get back to you, either me or the members of our community. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, the best way that you can pay me is to invest in that like button so that you can see it go blue, like a Facebook blue. That would really help me. There's other ways to support me in the channel. Maybe if you want to give back to me, there's a buy me a coffee link, and I'll soon have a Patreon, I'm sure, at some point as well. There'll be other ways you can support. If you want to learn more about robotics and other companies to invest in, make sure to check out my videos. I've also got a playlist of investing in startups as well. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Remember, knowledge is power, especially the right kind of knowledge. Of course, progress is everything. I'll see you guys next time.